Okay. Welcome back to Nick Lenz's Comic Corner, classic, less known classic. This is episode number 20. No, 20. 3004 and Doubleshot number 2898. Here we're discussing the second showcase book for Wonder Woman. Showcase is Wonder Woman Volume 2, which collects issues 118 to 137, along with discussing Firestorm issues 19 to 30, along with the second ever annual release for the series. Mostly put throughout these 20 issues, we have more adventures of basically Wonder Girl, basically Wonder Woman as a teenager. There's also the introduction of Wonder Tot. It's basically Wonder Woman issue, which was a child, which was an interesting idea to do at the time, probably. She, of course, basically, it's like, also do this whole thing of like Steve being a mermaid. Yeah, they also have like a love triangle for her where she's basically torn between Steve Trevor and a mermaid who looks almost exactly like him. She also once again has about a robot that looks exactly like her, who has about her sort of a version of the contest that if she loses, she will die. And that's kind of what happens here, because a lot of the stuff for these issues are basically like one-shot stories. Oh, the merman is known as Marno. So somebody who knew she was a child, when he was a teenager. So he actually his first appearance in issue 107. This is kind of his return-ish here. Think of him as basically Wonder Woman's version of Lori Lamontis. And from issues 111, he basically became a recurring character for a little while. Until around like 152, and then he appeared a few times afterwards, and then that was it for him. After a while, I think after these issues, he stopped appearing in the Wonder Woman book. Yeah. We also have more of the Holiday Girls stuff in here. The Holiday Girls were mostly put just characters introduced. This, of course, is the Earth 1 version of the group. They're basically a group of college kids who basically college girls who hang out with Wonder Woman. Issue 117 is technically their debut appearance. And they return here and they appear a couple more times. They appear one or more issue after that. And yeah, they didn't appear very much. But this is kind of a similar idea with Eda Candy. Now, Eda Candy, the way she's picked up in the Golden Age and the Silver Age is that she's a chubby woman. Who also think for eating candy. Though I think in the Silver Age they actually slimmed her down a bit. Yeah, the original version of the group debuted in St. Comics number 2. And they made a lot of appearances. They're basically part of Wonder Woman's long-running supporting cast. Now, in case you're curious, was there like a post-credits version of them? There was, except they didn't really do very much at all. They only appeared in, like, they first appeared in Our Worlds at War and Sick Files Orange Book. They didn't do very much post-credits. A little more in the Silver Age. They did basically post-crisis. Oh, by the way, the story is one you have the Wonder Woman's impossible decision. Murder Boy's secret, the 3 wishes of doom. Robert Kennedy doing right of these issues. We have for issue 120, we have The Secret of Volcano Mountain, where Wonder Woman fights an alien from the planet Mercury. The island here basically taking a freaking dinosaur. Well, invaders of the planet Pluto. Yeah, when we're going giant size for an issue, I'm going to deal with more aliens. Yeah, I think it's kind of weird to have her taking aliens. Then we have the Amazon Magic Eye album. The Impossible Day. We also have appearance of the Wonder Woman family. It is, simply put, basically Wonder Woman basically immediately diverged of herself from Earth 124.1. They were contacting, and then for some reason, Tom King brought this group back. Well, different version of the group, anyways. Basically, the Wonder Girls as the Wonder family. But yeah, it uses some of the concepts. This one. And follow a guy called Multiman, except it's not, you know, it's a completely different guy. He's only here for, like, sadly put, he's just a villain from Earth 124.1. Only appears a few times, and that was it. Wonder Woman Battle Prize. Do with Amba Man. Yeah, a shape-using alien. Wonder Tot and the Mean Genie. The Almaskia Wonder Woman. The Mean Genie, Mr. Genie, he actually... Well, this is a character that makes his debut in this issue, and he appears 4 times. He's some associated with Wonder Tot. Yes. He appears 126, 130, and his final appearance being 211. Yeah, take on a dragon. Yeah, and deal with underground invaders in the backup story. 127. The invaders of the top security planet and Wonder Woman's surprise honeymoon. It's supposedly Wonder Woman going getting married to... Actually, I'm focusing on Steve Trevor going on honeymoon with Wonder Woman. The opening story is basically just going on holiday. 128. The Vengeance of Angleman and the origin of the robot plane. Yeah, just the origin of Wonder Woman's invisible jet. But technically, in his first appearance issue Comics #1, this is probably the... And of course, take on the Angleman. Yep, this comic was not his debut. It was actually issue 115. I believe this comic was actually I believe the comic was only his second ever appearance. $129. It's Return of Multiman. Yes, the alien creature. The Secret of Mr. Genie's Turban and the Magic Mirrors. Yeah, Wonder Todd story and Wonder Woman story. The Once Again Engelman. The privilege of Wonder Queen's surprise birthday. Wonder Queen is basically Hippolyta. And what's fan club? 132. Wonder Tot and the Flying Saucer. Wonder Queen fights Hercules. Yes. Which, post-crisis, George Perez had it where Hercules raped Hippolyta. Yep, he did. That's George Perez for you. 133. The Amazing Race. Wonder Woman's invisible rival, herself. Yeah. I was like fighting yourself. Yeah. 134, yeah. The Men's the Mirror Wonder Woman. Basically, first appearance of a person known as the Image Maker. He was a giant. He only appears one at a time after this. Actually, this was his solo appearance. He's a one-shot villain. The backup story is basically deal with a professor. Capture Murderboard. For 135, it's her taking on the human iceberg. Another Multiman stuff. Yes. 136. Wonder Woman, World's Mightiest Menace. Machine Men. And at 137, the Robot Wonder Woman. This is basically the one I was talking about with the whole thing, Wonder Woman finding a robot version herself. And that's it. Good stuff here. I kind of went basically back to fighting her monsters, not fighting aliens. But this is the Silver Age. This is the era of weirdness. I'm gonna give this book roughly a 9 out of 10. Next up we have is Firestorm, issues number 19 through 30, along with number 2. Now, mostly put basically in these issues for Firestorm. Basically, we do get a debut of a really cool character in these issues. Who is it? You'll find out. In issue 119, he takes on a guy called Goldenrod, which is his first appearance of this character. And this was the only appearance of this guy. Just happened to find him here. There's also Jerry Conrad writes this issue with Carla Conway, probably his wife, and Gene Cohen in the artwork. Issue 20, it's the return of Killer Frost. Yep, she makes her epic return to this issue. And sadly put basically in the next issue, she dies. And this issue is also noteworthy for, this is 21. This issue is noteworthy for the debut of Louise Lincoln. We'll get back to her. There's more so a Firehawk in here, and the fact that, well, she's dating Firestorm. And then basically he retells his origin story to Firehawk. Basically kind of recapping basically issue 1, kind of. And that's issue 22. Pat Project returns to the arc once again. In 23, we take on Bite and Bug. These are computer hackers. Also, this issue is noteworthy for the debut of a character who got a modern imagining and Arrow, Felicity Smoke, who, of course, basically she tries to sue Firestorm over instructions from her products. Yes, Felicity Smoke, who, by the way, is a completely different character than the one we have on Arrow. Oh yeah, and also 20. Oh, actually, that happens later on, so we'll get back to that. So we still get this guy called Cliff Carmichael in here. Yeah, he actually first showed up at the pretty much the start of the previous volume of the series, and he was continued here as a regular supporting character until about issue 25, where he got basically written out for a bit. 24, called Terminal Velocity, which basically the guy called Bug gets killed off this issue, supposedly, anyways. There's more stuff in 2000 committee. Still good stuff here. And of course, Dorian, I think she like breaks up with Firestorm, excuse me. And then we have debut of Silver Deer. So when it fights with Black Bison to take on Firestorm, and she only appears 3 times. She only appears for this 3-part story arc from 25 to 27, teaming with Black Bison. Really interesting story arc here. And of course, the return of Martinside's ex-wife, Khalees Clemens. Yeah. Now, 28 is a very noteworthy issue. Why? Okay, so you have Firehawk, basically Fires meeting up with Lorraine. They're at this greenhouse, and all of a sudden, then we see a hangman's noose come around his freaking neck, and it's debuting Slipknot. And I call this better debut than what he had in the Suicide Squad movie. Yeah, Slipknot. Really cool character. It's a shame, basically, that the kind of cast Native American actor playing this. I think he's white in the comics. And here's the sad thing: like after this issue, he's not returned to comic issue 45. You can wait 45. Yeah, comics on the book, so don't worry about that. But he eventually gets written out of that book. But really cool, he makes his debut. Also, Joey Calloway doing co-writing duty in this book, and of course, also he takes over for a brief period of time in the book as the main writer. We also debut of the Assassination Bureau, which the whole thing was killing. Which they only appeared 3 times. They appeared in issues Firestorm 29, 30, and 31. I'm not started one here. Just gonna save your time. Yeah. So still battling them, and eventually we have the second ever annual for the series, which is basically Firestorm taking on Black Bison and Cliff Carmichael, and of course they team up with Superman. Yeah. Really great annual. You have Arthur Byron Culver on the co-artwork, writing with Raphael Keane on the artwork. Which first book he worked on, the previous annual, and he did this annual too. He would do all the 4 main annuals for the book, and became a regular artist of the book issue 20. And he basically was a regular artist of the book for most of the period of time of this book. But fantastic stuff here. Yeah, really fun stuff here. I especially like basically Firestorm's relationship with Lauren Riley. I like the debut of Slipknot. I thought it was really cool here. Sad we had to kill off the original Killer Frost and then debut the new character who does become Killer Frost. The woman who later becomes the second ever Killer Frost. Makes TV in 21, but she has not become Killer Frost for a little while. And that woman's name is Elise Lincoln. But yeah, these Firestorm issues are fantastic. I give these issues roughly a 10 out of 10. Because I think Firestorm is awesome. Okay, so we're going to kill our Frost next time. Don't worry about that. Yeah, but great stuff here. Okay, so let's remember to particular view. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn notifications, do this like button. Next up is Case Closed. And then afterwards it'll be 7 Cents France Backups. Okay, next view. Bye.